Tesla is quietly becoming a company that can raise prices again, and that single shift changes almost everything about the long-term investment story. Hi, this is Ken. If you've been watching Tesla lately and thinking the stock isn't moving much, growth looks slower, maybe Tesla's best days are behind it. I get it. On the surface, that's exactly what it looks like. But when you zoom in on Tesla's recent moves, a very different picture starts to form. Tesla is transitioning from a company that had to cut prices into a company that can raise prices. At the same time, Tesla vehicles are no longer just products you buy and forget. They're becoming software platforms that evolve over time. And beyond that, Tesla is positioning itself for a future where cars don't just get sold, they generate revenue every day as autonomous machines. Today, I want to walk you through these three shifts and explain why they quietly point to Tesla entering its next long-term growth phase. Let's start with the Cybertruck. Tesla recently revealed that the Cybertruck AWD will see a price increase starting next month. This might sound like a small detail, but in business, price increases are one of the clearest signals you can get. Companies can only raise prices when demand is strong enough to support it. For the past couple of years, Tesla has been doing the opposite, cutting prices again and again. That told us Tesla was in a phase where expanding volume mattered more than protecting margins. In other words, Tesla was in a price-sensitive growth phase. Now we're seeing the first real signs of a different phase. Tesla is basically saying, at this price, the Cybertruck still sells. That's confidence. And more importantly, it suggests Tesla is slowly regaining pricing power. Pricing power is one of the most underrated forces in long-term investing because pricing power leads to higher margins. Higher margins lead to higher earnings, and higher earnings eventually pull stock prices higher over time. Short term, stocks move on emotion. Long term, stocks move on profit. So this Cybertruck price increase isn't really about a truck. It's about Tesla's revenue engine starting to shift direction. There's another layer to this. When a company can raise prices, it also changes how customers perceive the product. Products that constantly get cheaper feel disposable. Products that hold or increase price feel valuable. For owners, this matters. It shifts Tesla vehicles from being seen as fast depreciating purchases toward being seen as assets that retain value better. That's a psychological change, and psychological changes eventually reshape entire markets. Going forward, what I'll be watching closely is how big the price increase is and whether demand stays solid afterward. If demand holds, that confirms this isn't a one-off move, it's a structural shift. There have also been reports circulating that Cybertrucks are being prepared for transport in Europe. If Cybertruck becomes a global product, Tesla gains even more flexibility in regional pricing strategies. Different markets, different positioning, different margin profiles. That's exactly how mature global companies operate. Now let's talk about something even more important than pricing: software. Tesla recently indicated that active noise cancellation, or ANC, will be enabled on Cybertruck via a software update. What matters here isn't the feature itself. What matters is that the hardware is already inside the vehicle, which means owners already paid for a machine capable of more. And Tesla simply unlocks it later with software. This is the same model used by smartphones. You don't buy a phone once and freeze it in time. It improves. New features, better performance, new capabilities. Tesla vehicles already work this way. I still remember a few years ago when Tesla pushed an update that noticeably improved camera performance. No new hardware, No service visit, just software. That moment changed how I personally viewed Tesla. I realized Tesla isn't just an automaker, it's a software company that happens to build cars. And the more features that get unlocked over time, the more Tesla moves toward recurring software-driven value. Full self-driving is part of this. In-cabin features are part of this. Performance upgrades are part of this. This creates a business where revenue doesn't end at the point of sale. That's a fundamentally different model from traditional automakers. Which brings us to the biggest long-term shift, Robotaxi, or what Tesla has been referring to as Cybercab. There's been some trademark dispute around the name, and people online are debating what it should be called. To me, the name is irrelevant. What matters is this. You don't fight over trademarks for projects you aren't serious about. The existence of legal groundwork tells us Tesla is actively preparing to commercialize autonomous ride services. And if Robotaxi works at scale, Tesla's business model flips. Instead of selling one car one time, Tesla deploys a car that earns revenue for years. Think about that difference. One-time transaction versus multi-year cash flow generator. That's the difference between a hardware company and a platform company. Most investors still model Tesla like an automaker. Unit sales, average selling price, automotive margin. Those metrics matter, but they don't capture what Tesla is trying to become. Tesla is positioning itself as an autonomous mobility network. If even a fraction of this vision succeeds, Tesla's valuation framework changes completely. Not overnight, not next quarter, but over years. Now let's address the uncomfortable part. Tesla stock is down this year. Sentiment is mixed. Some people are losing patience. That's normal. Periods of major business model transitions are usually messy. The market hates uncertainty, and Tesla is full of uncertainty right now. But historically, the best long-term opportunities tend to look confusing in real time. What matters more than quarterly noise is directional clarity, and Tesla's direction is becoming clearer. Tesla is regaining pricing power. Tesla is deepening its software-first identity. Tesla is laying groundwork for autonomous services. These three trends reinforce each other. Pricing power improves margins. Software increases lifetime value per customer. Autonomy creates entirely new revenue streams. Few companies on Earth are pursuing all three simultaneously. So when I zoom out, I don't see a company in decline. I see a company quietly rebuilding its foundation for the next decade. The stock may chop sideways. It may drop. It may spike. That's noise. What I care about as a long-term investor is whether Tesla is becoming more capable, more defensible, and more scalable. And based on what we're seeing, the answer looks like yes. Tesla is moving from growth by price cuts to growth by capability, from selling cars to operating platforms, from hardware margins to ecosystem economics. That's not a short-term story, that's a compounding story. Let me leave you with this. The biggest investment returns rarely come from predicting next month's stock price. They come from holding great companies while they transform into something much larger than the market currently understands. Tesla has done this before, and there are strong signs it's starting to do it again. If you're a long-term investor, this is the phase where patience matters most. Thanks for watching. If this analysis helped you see Tesla from a different angle, hit the like button. I post Tesla-focused analysis every day, breaking down not just what happened, but why it matters. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. Let's keep decoding the future together. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.